And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. I'll shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget who you used to be. For just tonight, could you just dance the night away?
And we have loaded. That loaded pretty quickly. Okay, so we're heading over here. We traveling long distance. Sorry, I keep bumping the wrong things because I'm trying to see the map. I think we need to head down this way into the valley. Okay. Let's hope we have enough levels to be suitable. Yeah? Yeah. I almost went the other way and I was like, wait, no, we need to go this way. We need to whip around real fast. Sorry, I just saw Yeti. That lag spike was bad. Have we been over here before? I'm looking for other missions. Hello. You're huge, by the way. Massive. Built like a tower. So he's around this corner. I'll have to find a list too of missions and see if I've got all of them. That'd be good. Show the basics. Okay. Okay. Are we gonna beat you up now? Oh, we have to travel with him. Honestly, some of the assassin or the assassin skills look absolutely diabolical. They don't look like skills that a hero would have. They look like something a villain would have.
Well, he's an assassin. What do you expect?
I know he's an assassin. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they need to look like I'm the bad guy. If I'm gonna be the bad guy, can I just play the bad guy? The bad guy gets the funness of not having moral compasses to abide by.
That's the closest you're gonna get.
It's the closest I'm gonna get,
Yeah.
morally gray.
But remember, you're a human who's invading Charland, so
Well, right now I'm actually not playing that. I'm playing the other guy. I'm playing factions, so I'm in a different race.
oh yeah.
Can we get them up, please?
But like I said, it's closest you're gonna get. So you're gonna have the
It's whatever. I'll use it on him. I don't care.
The closest you get yours to is the cosmetics.
The cosmetics of bad people.
Yeah. That's the closest you get.
What if they brought an expansion out where players could become the bad guy?
Then good.
Then good.
Yeah.
Good. I want to be a bad guy. I want to be an inquest. I want to be a permanent inquest. Well, the closest thing you get to Gilwers to being the bad guy is seeing the bad guy through the hero's eyes. Like, you get to see what they did, how they did things.
Besides, it will make more sense if you become guild wars because basically it's not about being morale or being good. It's about you participating in being part of a guild.
See, I really hope that they start looping that back around, where they start making guild content and be more useful.
Not the whole like we have to save the world from the dragon stuff.
Well, see, the dragon stuff was that they brought all the guilds together to fight the dragons. They brought humans, but like I think that now it'd be interesting if we start building guilds to do more than just destroying
I
things.
get what they were going for, but honestly, if you're gonna add guilds, guild wars and guilds, it should be like how different factions that handles the situation instead of just
Well,
all coming together.
I about to say they all did try to handle the situation better. You as the player get to pick how they handled it. But I think there should have been a contingency plan for after, where okay, cool, all these guilds came together and fought the enemy, and now they're trying to work together. Now let the player build a guild and push towards something else.
Yeah, but that
Because
was basically for the undead dragon.
I know. Well, no, that was it was for all the dragons. They all rallied together for the different dragons.
Well, no, I mean there was different type of guilds, and for the first undead dragon until they came together to fight against the undead dragon.
No,
After
no,
that,
no.
they carried on that with the rest of the dragons.
Oh,
Right?
well, he did. Well, here's the thing: the Undead Dragon, when he was around, they came together to fight him, but it was like the Asurans really put in their effort because they used the airships to take it down. So they started building force. So there was the Savarian, obviously, because if you play whatever race you play, and then them, they started putting forth effort when they found when you put it forth. But after the Undead Dragon, everyone's like, oh shit, we could kill them. So then they started putting more efforts in, and you build power as you went with each dragon. With each dragon that went down, they started becoming more powerful as a unit. And then after the dragons happened, and after all of them were gone, then they started working together in Janta to try and make negotiations. They still have to iron out a lot of sore spots between each other, nation-wise. But I think that after that, leave the kings and queens to kind of negotiate that, because they're probably still going to bicker with each other and fight, and they're not going to trust each other right away. So it may still take a little time to get the rockiness, but they're all sitting in the same room now. But now there's the fact that you are a guildless commander, essentially.
Yeah, they be started to become a union.
Oh yeah, the nations are working together. At the very least, they're talking. They may not ever be friends, but they're talking. But I think it'd be interesting if now your character can walk away from the international disaster of that and start building your own guild and start working towards another goal.
See, they should have done that after all the dragon.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm hoping that they're doing with this. I'm hoping that they're kind of branching in a way where the commander starts finding another passion to work with. And that still works with the grand scheme of things, may still involve the nations and stuff, but it could be more a matter of, hey, we have a problem in the human territory. Can I get permission from the queen to go and do investigations? Cool? Okay, great. That kind of thing. And then it can lean back into that. Because I think it'd be nice to start getting more enemies or common enemies that all players can kind of back behind. Pirates, monsters from the depth. They are kind of implying that there are shadow monsters coming in from the depth. So there is that. But like I said, I think that I'm hoping they'll just loop it back around and get us back into having enemies that are not necessarily the other races. Okay. Let's go with the ritualist real quick. We're gonna learn all of the things. And then we'll come back and get a warrior for our second. But yeah, so where are we at? Oh, you. Hello. I need something from you. Okay. And then we're going to go back out this way again. Okay, cool. Alright. I'm going to pause this video for a second. I need to get something to drink. I'm parched. I have returned. I've been sitting here on stream for a little bit. I was eating food and drinking some water. But we sat here for a good minute while I did that. But yeah, I think I was telling my husband and stream, I think this will become the new norm of where I'll maybe start recording Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 1 in a big chunk. Because then it gives people more time on stream to pop in to give me information on stuff and to correct me when I'm wrong, since I'm new to this. And it also gives me a chance to stop and go a lot, because I've paused a lot of these last 4 videos a lot of times so that I could go and run and do things. And this makes it to where I can stop, eat, relax for a moment, and keep going. So basically, I might make it to where Guild Wars 1 is getting more than a lot of hours on one day. Instead of doing it like an hour or two, like once or twice a week, I might end up making it like, maybe like an indefinite amount of time on like on a weekday. Like make it say that 2 hours is the goal, but it can bleed a little bit. Because that way it saves me some editing. Because Guild Wars 1 is a lot of walking, which is fine. But it's a lot of walking. Yeah, so this is the ritual skill. We have done this one, but I'm going to just go ahead and do it. I don't think I went very far with it. Alright. Wild minion. Why are there a wild minion running around? Sorry. I don't know why it wouldn't do that. I was clicking on them and it never really did anything. Weird. There we go. I clicked space. It didn't click it, but my best guess is that I was targeted on the person, not on the minion. Bet you anything that was it. I wasn't paying attention to the upper hand where I'm at. How many minions are we gonna kill? Like, at this point, it just seems like bullying. But yeah, I might do that. I might just do Guild Wars 1 on a day with an indefinite amount of time. I'll still get like an hour, like 2 hours worth of content out of it for the weeklies, for the videos on the weekday, but it gives people more time to do it. I don't care. Stop telling me about the repeating of skills. I know that I'm clicking skills repeatedly. It's intentional. Rude. But it gives people more time to pop in. It also gets the work done. And I have more time to research for the rest of the game. Information-wise. Because this morning I was like 30 minutes late to my stream because I was actually trying to recheck my research notes. They're not like detailed or anything, but some things are misconstrued. Like when I looked up Guild Wars 1 specifically, a lot of Guild Wars 2 stuff popped up. And it's like, I don't want Guild Wars 2 content information. I know what I'm looking at with that. I'm looking for Guild Wars 1. Alright, and some websites look a little sketchy, and I didn't want to touch them. Some of them looked legit, but they were very old, and they just kind of gave me basic information, and not information player-wise knowing. Because there's a difference between saying, oh yeah, this is an apple, versus this is what this build does, this is what players like of this, you know, carrying it from a player perspective. Right? And the most information I could find that was the most useful was from Reddit. And that's great and all, except that when I was looking at some of these Reddit posts, I had to look up their lingo as well. Because just like Guild Wars 2, there's different game lingo. So I'm sitting here like, I don't know what this word means, so now I have to look it up. So my point being is my note-taking is slow going, but it is happening. And because of that, it's taking me a little bit of time to kind of figure it all out. So anyways, having it on one day gives me all the week to do the research for it and get all that information lined up a little bit better. And it makes it to where I can plan out those. I don't want the inventory. I want that. Sorry, I was standing too close to it. I was trying to poke at them and it wasn't working. Let's see. I don't have any kits. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to throw away something. It's an earth scroll. Oh, I have a key. I didn't know that. Daggers, ritualistic wand. I probably could get rid of the wand at some point. I might throw this away. I feel like this is a bit more important. I can get pinchers later. Stuff like that, the earth stuff dropping might be a little bit different. Anywho. Here we go. But yeah, so when I was looking up stuff, it took so much time to find things, and it was really annoying. It's like, this shouldn't be that hard. It is an older game, though, and I'm sure a lot of it's much more of word of mouth of, hey, Should I use double dagger or should I do dagger knife, whatever? Because Guild Wars 2 is like that too with Lion's Arch. But when I was Googling it, Google kept saying, oh, you want this? You want Guild Wars 2 stuff? I'm like, no, I want Guild Wars 1. I have Guild Wars 1 in there for a reason. Because if I only put Guild Wars, then it asks me for if I want to put Guild Wars 2 content on. It's granted, it's because I have done a lot of research on Guild Wars 2 over the years. So Google knows that that's what I'm looking for most of the time. Even though that's not what I'm wanting at that moment. So doing it once a week would give me a chance to build up an idea of, or a roster of what I want to do for it, to get skills and upgrades and stuff. Q Falls. Soul Keepers. Okay. Oh, hello. Is this a mission you want me to do here? Bandits are long ago collecting. They never did, and shackled the souls remaining here to this day. We will use them as test subjects for your newly acquired power. But okay. So are we killing bandits now? Oh, is it this? Sorry, I was looking. Oh yeah, so we're just killing shackled souls. That seems so mean. So we're just essentially beating the whack-a-mole. You want me to whack-a-mole all these souls? Do you have no heart? That seems so mean. I wonder if these are human souls or monster souls. Monster souls would actually make more sense in my opinion, because I feel like they would be more powerful than human souls. It could also just be turning into monsters based on being shackled. Oh no. Alright. Return back. I probably should have explored the area, but that's fine. We'll just keep going through it. Another reason I say this might be a good thing. I knew it was another thing. If I want to level up something, say if I get through all these levels and I'm only level 10, and I need to be closer to level 20 when we leave, then it gives me time to farm. Because then I can farm it privately, and then I can just spend hours doing whatever I want farming. Because it's easier to farm when you're listening to music or watching videos or something, because then you can just mindlessly sit there and click your numbers while you listen to tea or dramas or whatever. Let's do monk next. Okay. We'll just go down the list of all these missions and things. We're at level 8 now, so that's good. We're fastly going up the chain. You're the monk. I would not have guessed you were the monk. Oh yeah. I probably really should empty my inventory, shouldn't I? Absolutely forgot that I had that. That I had that problem going on. Let's go to the chest. I have leather and stuff I probably could store away. The gold, I just realized. Okay. Have to pay it just to access it. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Material storage. I think okay, cool. I wasn't sure if I had enough leather, but I had enough like stuff. We do need to put that in there. Do I have any more else? Basic crafting materials? I don't think so. No? Yes? Maybe? I think we're good. Okay, let's go buy some kits. I also, okay, in Guild Wars 1, the kits are not nearly as bad as they are in Guild Wars 2. In Guild Wars 2, the kits are such a pain. Not because they are hard to get per se or super expensive or not. It's because you burn through them so quickly in Guild Wars 1 or Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 1, you don't really tend to burn through them very quickly. It's not a complaint on the game. Because you don't really need as much loot as you do in Guild Wars 2. It sounds horrible, but in Guild Wars 1, it seems like you can get by with the few resources and still get cool stuff. You still get a nice variety and stuff like that, and flexibility. It's just not as intensified as that. Holds 10 slots. Holds 5. Sorry. Anyways, sorry, I was getting distracted. I think I only have one that is a basic one. But yeah, it's not like a mean thing. It's not like oh, how dare the game have less. It has less stuff to juggle, but it's the same. Oh, sorry, it's a Star Shore. I was like, why would we break it? So it's a Star. It has less that works. It's flexible. Nice. Start carrying kits with me now. There's a lot to go through with that. Okay. Then Givers 2 is a lot of crafting, and you craft a lot of the stuff yourself. Feathered craft materials. What would you get out of that other than feathers? Is there something you would get out of that other than feathers? Okay, I want to keep the axe because I like the idea of an axe. It's a common. We are not keeping the ritualist one though. Yeah, because we get it anyways. Maybe I could just go ahead and get rid of these as well. We'll make space. I have a sword I can get for later. Dagger is also another one that's good. But we'll stick with our bow for now. That's what we'll do. For the purposes of having stuffed sword. Okay, we need to get identifications. Okay, I'm gonna put that in there. I hate to throw away crafting mats. It does kind of worry me that I've had to throw some of them away. And we'll throw that in there. Identification. Oh, not that. Sorry. It's this I want to do it with. And we'll just basically do a salvage kit for it. Okay, cool. There we go. Nice. Okay, goodbye. Now we can go talk to her, because now we have stuff moved out. Alright, where are you at, my dearie? Yeah, I didn't think that she... Is it he or she? I can't tell. I didn't get close enough to look at them. This one didn't look like a monk to me. They kind of remind me think of like a necromancer or a ritualist because of the white. But she's very beautiful. Yeah, so does a woman. I thought so because I thought this was a dress, but I was like, maybe it was just a very big cloak. But she's very beautiful. I like her hair. Yeah, teach me your monk skills. Teach me the ways of the monk. Okay. Okay. I think we've got 3 more left? 2 more left? I think it's 2 more. Maybe 3. We are getting there. Okay. Let's run. Let's go see if we can get 1 more done before we call it for this game. I don't know if I want to do Witcher today or not. I kind of don't want to do it right now. I don't need it right now. It goes on. I think it goes on Friday and Monday, or Saturday and Monday, something like that. I know it goes on Monday. At some point after Halloween, I'm gonna have to reassess everything. It won't change anything bad. It just makes it to where I might better arrange stuff in order to prevent lag from being an issue. Okay. Sorry, I was looking up there. Trying to make sure I'm missing where I need to be going. There are so many wild animals out here, specifically like the cows just running around. Why don't they just steal those cows? They're clearly just everywhere. They're free too. Roaming. Okay, practice area. Warriors. Healing touch. Okay. Warrior student. Is that it? I just beat the tar out of a guy and that's it? Okay. Thanks. beat more tar out of him. That poor trainee. He's just like, why? My face. Yeah, seriously, that guy keeps getting back up, just like getting the tar beat at him the whole time. They're like, Sam, stay down. You need to rest. You have no more teeth to lose. Starts speaking through like a swollen face. No, I must continue. Bad person, I know. Yeah, I think this was the way I went last time, but it was just quicker. Went around the hills, maybe? I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering. I don't remember specifically which way I went. Because we went up that. Yeah, I think this is the right way. We went up and around that way where the Yeti was. There we go. Yes. I had to think about it for a moment. We were an assassin not too long ago. We are now not an assassin. We now have monk skills, which we're not even going to use because meh. I know that I'm using it again repeatedly. Stop it. I don't care. It is not harming anything that I am repeatedly hitting the space bar. And 2. Because it will either work or it won't work. There is no in between. Let me spam in peace. Okay. I think this is the better path. I think we're going straight down the middle for the most part. Which is good. Sorry, I bumped the wrong button. Oh. Those are cool weapons. It's a shame we didn't get those kind of weapons in Guild Wars 2. Or things that looked like them, like a skin. Because you could put them on a set of daggers or a set of axes. I think I'm going to do Witcher tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I don't need to do it today. Just do 2 hours of it. It'll just be a Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 day. Yeah, this is the way. Nah, I'll probably still do it. I'm sitting here debating with myself. I'm like, I could just push it tomorrow. But then I'm like, I could also just do it today and be done with it. Because all I'm going to do in Guild Wars 2 is farm the maze and stuff, which is fine. I'm going to enjoy it. But it's not anything urgent. It's not anything that can't wait. You know what I mean? Like an hour. It comes at all the same. Huh. Okay. Let's get over here. I want to get this one mission finished up. Just make it all nice and neat kind of thing. And also, these walks aren't that long. They don't seem like they're that, like, obsessive. They're kind of just long walks with a few kills in between. I'm pretty sure that this guy is the same area as the other guy. He just is on the other side of the wall. On the other side of, like, the hallway. Probably should have spread them out just a little bit more, but that's okay. At least teleporting back isn't going to be next to this. Oh, so we're going to go talk to Big Dude, right? Is that who we're talking about? Yeah, we're talking to Big, Tall, and made of bricks. Hello. Okay. Is that all we need to do? Find the 2 ingredients to make the antidote. Okay. Oh, they're over here. Okay, we can go do that real quick. Kind of a cool thing too. Like I said, I kind of like it'd be kind of cool to have an MMO. I've mentioned this before on stream and recordings before. An MMO where being a hero is not a requirement. Where you could also just simply go and get, you could do other career-based stuff. You know? Like being a doctor or being a farmer and be able to combat. But you could also be a hero if you want to. Okay, let me grab the other thing. But like, there's more to it than just, you know, being an adventurer. Because a lot of times it seems like being an adventurer is like the main goal. And granted, games are supposed to be like a chance to expand upon your limited view in life in general, or your limited access to things. Because we all can't go out fighting dragons and stuff and being the hero of the day. Some people are busy, you know. But yeah, these guys aren't hurting me, I guess I don't really care. But it would be also neat if you can live in a world where a society is built on players doing more than just being adventurers, being like a part-time potato farmer and a part-time gunslinger type thing. That'd be hilarious. You know, or being a doctor as a profession, but then you can also be a mage that also does magic in the dungeons and either does healing or damage. That kind of thing. That'd be kind of fun. He just exists there. I don't know if we kill him at some point or if he just is a fancy thing or not. I don't know. But yeah, I think it gotta be cool. A guild, or a game where being part of a guild, you have tasks, and being a farmer could be part of your tasks. So, because that'd be interesting, as I said before about the guilds, it'd be interesting if guilds acted like a business in the sense that you have the adventuring aspect of it, but you also have the internal struggles of food, shelter, and water. And so each guild member can be given a task to do all these things. Okay, yeah, so we go talk to him. Yeah, so I think that'd be cool. It's just kind of give them tasks and things. Or you can make it to where it's like other games, because there's a few games that do this too. I know Minecraft's done it. There's a few other games that have done it where there's a bulletin board with jobs, because there's some mods that you can use, and you can pick a job, and then you get like missions to do those jobs. So that could be something cool with guilds and stuff, is that there's a guild board and you can pick professions for the guilds, and then it gives your guild mats and resources, and you get XP and rewards too for doing them. Like going and catching like 5 cantha fish, or going and getting 6 leather, or whatever the case would be. Okay, so yeah, we got 3 more left. We got Necromancer, Elementals, and Mesmer. We'll do Necromancer next because we're just going down the list. I'm going to save here, and we're going to go ahead and head to the next game. I think I'm going to go ahead and do Witcher just so I cover my bases, and then I can't complain tomorrow. It also just makes my Thursday a little bit easier. So we're going to swap.
And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. I'll shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget